Now the question is, how do we know how strong is an earthquake? Whether the earthquake is just minor, that the effects also cannot be felt, or it's very major, which causes a lot of destruction to life and property. So, how do we measure an earthquake? So, the strength of an earthquake is measured in terms of Richter scale. So, Richter scale was developed somewhere around 1935 by Charles Richter of California Institute of Technology. He developed the scale. So what was done in this was a scale was developed where the amplitude of vibrations which are caused by an earthquake were taken on the y-axis, and on the x-axis was taken the magnitude of earthquakes in terms of the amount of energy which is released during an earthquake. Now, an earthquake is going to be more strong, more destructive if it's going to release more energy. Because to cause destruction, you need more energy. If an earthquake is more severe, that means it has more energy, that it can destroy more houses, it can kill more people. So, greater is the energy released from an earthquake, greater is the magnitude of that earthquake. So, the magnitude is measured in terms of values like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 6, 5, 6, and so on. And how do we get this magnitude? So this magnitude is taken along the x-axis. But on the y-axis, we take the amplitude produced by the shaking of the earth. So do we measure that amplitude which takes place due to the shaking of earth? Yes, but for that purpose, we have a separate device which gives us the amplitude, and the logarithmic value of the amplitude is taken on the x-axis. So on the y-axis, we take the amplitude, suppose x, and on the y-axis, um, we take log base 10 log base 10 of x, because here it is the logarithmic values. So that value is taken on the x-axis. So that is why Richter scale is also called a logarithmic scale, because it gives us the logarithmic value. Now, most of the earthquakes which happen are mostly minor. Now, which earthquake is called minor? Any earthquake with a magnitude of less than 3 is considered to be a minor earthquake. These are also termed as microquakes. In these kind of microquakes, sometimes the effect is also not felt because they are minor. But anything which is above 7, that is going to be a real major earthquake, which can actually cause destruction to life as well as to property. So, now again, going back to the same question, how do we get that x? Um, we get it by the logarithmic uh, value of a value from the y-axis. Now the question is, how do we measure this amplitude? So this x is nothing but the amplitude here, x I'm talking about. This is nothing but amplitude associated with earthquake, which is measured from this y-axis. So how do we measure this? For that purpose, we have a device called seismograph, which we will discuss in the next lecture. So Richter scale here will tell us the magnitude of the earthquake, and we will get that magnitude by log value of amplitude. So this will give us the rough idea about the amount of energy that is released during an earthquake. So more is the magnitude of earthquake, so more is the amount of energy released, and more is the amount of energy released, more is the destructive power of earthquake. Thank you.